What I want is an answer. Let's hear it.
So my role as intimacy and fight director, plainly put, it's a physical storytelling, whatever the context it is. And I'm there to really kind of fine-tune a small movements that really tell a big story on stage. And in terms of the process, interestingly, working as a fight director for over 20 years, I've never got, and I don't presume I will ever, get pushback from performers to make sure that it is safe, to make sure that it's repeatable, to make sure that the same story is told for different audiences each night. But amount of pushback or hesitation that I still get in terms of the intimacy content, because that's a very new process for a lot of people, a lot of actors. For me, once I kind of get that pushback, it's really easy, it's easy for me to explain, well, what if this is a scene involves a knife in your hand? Would you say that I have to lead with my emotion and hope for the best that nothing really dangerous happened on that night? If I was the opposite, person in that scene, I'd be running miles away from that. Same thing with a kiss, exactly the same thing. Let's just see the mapping of the physicality. Right, are we all safe? Are we feeling happy? Rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, and then becomes like it's happening at that moment, naturalistically.
I have come to say.
I'm not there to soften the edges. If those artists who's going to tell that story are doing it fully, confidently, and again, safely, with the support of my role, let's just really push to the edge of that story, rather than soften it. It is a hard piece, and there's a lot of misogyny and violence. I don't think we should shy away from, because it still happens, domestic violence. I'm hoping to make that story really clear so that the audience will leave the theatre maybe quite shocked, maybe quite upset, but to create that conversation. That was then, but things are still happening. Why is it still happening? And I think that's a really exciting thing. If you go to a theatre and come out with thinking, this isn't right, or, if it really kind of triggers that conversation, I think we succeeded what we are trying to do.